Hey, it's Lee here, and yep, we're talking about self-advocacy. So let's kick this off by just saying, what is self-advocacy? And I make it pretty simple. It's basically the willingness and ability to stand up and speak up for ourselves. Sounds simple, and I think we usually find that we can advocate on behalf of others, people, causes, pretty easily. But for me, sometimes when it comes to standing up and speaking up for myself, I can find it more difficult. So I'm just going to give you super simple examples because this is really critical. It impacts every part of our life, whether we are able and willing to stand up and speak for ourselves. So really simple example, how many of you walking through like a shopping area and there's those people that have the creams that they want to try and they say to you, oh, please come in, and I don't have time. I know I don't want what they're selling, but what happens is they pretty much push through and I end up in the store spending time that I don't want, getting some cream put on like one side of my face only. Now that's kind of a small, simple example, but it has shown up in much more serious ways in my life, including taking a job that I didn't even want. That big deal. It required my family to relocate. It also has resulted in times of me not asking for the money that I thought I deserved for a certain job. Those are big costs of not being able to stand up and speak up for ourselves. And it really does, when I say it comes across every aspect of our life, and when I say life, professional, personal, we only got one life, right? It shows up everywhere. It shows up in our relationships. Because if we can't stand up and speak up for ourselves, oftentimes we keep toxic relationships at the expense of the ones that are healthy and good for us. It shows up in the fact that we don't always draw the boundaries that we need to have. So we are not always getting the most out of the relationships that we have in our life, including the great ones. And I think sometimes when we're not able to draw those boundaries, it leads us to feel underappreciated and resentful, even again, about the great relationships in our life. And it also shows up just in terms of I think of the energy that we expend. So when I think about the time, energy, and money that I've wasted in my life on things that I just didn't want because I wasn't willing to stand up and speak up for myself. And again, go back to that, it can be as simple or as easy and it seems not harmful. The cream example of getting pulled in the store and wasting 15 minutes. But it also can mean that you end up packing up your family and moving to a different part of the world because guess what? Didn't stand up and speak up. And also when we start to develop a pattern of not standing up and speaking up for ourselves, I think that pattern just slowly erodes at our confidence. And it starts to feed that mind chatter that can just keep us in this loop of I'm never enough, I'm never quite where I want to be, and I just need to keep giving more, giving more, giving more. Instead of saying, whoa, I need to stand up and speak up for myself here. And I think when we get into that mode of impacting our confidence, it really can just start to deplete us of our energy. And so this ability to be able to stand up and speak up for ourselves, I really believe is an absolute foundation to being able to create a life that lights us up, that makes us spend our time and energy on the people that are most important to us, to the relationships that we want to nurture, to the jobs and roles and opportunities that make us fill up with energy, not drain us. So this is no small task, but it's a critical one. And the question is, are you willing and able to self-advocate? If not, stick with me and we'll be showing you how. Until the next video, stay happy and healthy. Bye.